Welcome to the channel and welcome to this narrative battle report between Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines. So today on the channel, my Space Marine chapter, known as the 13th City, are sweeping through this ruined city on a broken world. Reports have come in of legionaries in the ruins, Chaos legionaries. So we've been split into different patrols and covering different sectors of the city. And it is on this sector that a patrol of the 13th, led by a humble lieutenant, will stumble upon the Chaos Space Marines. Not just Chaos Space Marines, but the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler. This wasn't supposed to happen. Abaddon isn't supposed to be here. We're miles from Vigilus and the Eye of Terror. What nefarious plans he has, who can know? But what we do know is that Abaddon's win condition today is to take this battle grid. The Black Legion will be deploying at this end, and their goal is to take the bridge. The 13th will be deploying at this end of the battle grid, and their goal will be separate. Because Abaddon is here, the goal of the Loyalist Space Marines is quite simple: kill Abaddon. So today we'll be playing a custom narrative game, 1,500 points, on this glorious terrain made by foregroundpublishing.co.uk. And leading the charge for the Black Legion is Joe from foregroundpublishing.co.uk. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
You made this.
I did make this, and I make a lot of terrain.
You make a lot of terrain for Foreground Publishing. How did you make this?
So through a lot of blood, sweat and tears, mainly. And a lot of crying, but just gathering together as many kits as I can. And then there's no thought process. It's just build and build and build and see where it goes.
It's a rule of cool, surely. It's like make the coolest possible stuff you can.
Yeah. Every time someone makes a board, they're like, "What we want is a river." You know, you go from the river and you build out. You go, river needs a bridge. Bridge needs cool defensive towers. What's next to that? More buildings. And then where's 40k? It's also AOS. It's a little bit of the Lord of the Rings. What do you want? Big shrine. That's
big shrine.
Yeah.
Here's the resin river. Here's the big ruined buildings. Here's the shrine. And here's Joe with some of the packs that we used to make it. You're right there.
Yeah. There was actually a lot more packs than this, surprisingly.
So this is like MDF stuff that you, and then here's the things here.
Yeah.
So these are floor tiles and things. Is this the ground?
Yes, that's the ground. It comes pre-painted.
Right.
In the nice, lovely grey.
But you've dusted it and you've put sand on and things.
It comes in each pack with a nice render powder.
Render powder?
Render powder.
Right.
It's a paint powder with resin in it.
Right.
So what you do is you spray it all with hairspray.
What? The scenery?
The scenery
right.
on the table, and you kind of sprinkle it on, and that activates the resin in the powder.
Right.
So it dries rock hard. You can spray it with some more hairspray to activate the top, and it seals over nice and hard, which means it won't fall apart, it won't crumble. But what I've done is I've gone a bit further. I've added lots of more different colours, lots of browns, lots of greys, lots of blacks, and then tufts.
So in a normal hobbyist's collection, there is like oil, there's mud, there's sand. You're saying one of the things that we need to add going forward is hairspray. Hairspray
is a magical thing. If you use the nice kind of weathering powders that you can get from Forge I used to do, or other companies do render powders, you can just hairspray in models, you know?
Hairspray in models.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. So this is like these are layers, and then you can build up and up and up.
You can also buy these kits to kind of make a modular D&D board if you wanted to, because all the tiles, all the squares, they're all the same size. Everything that comes on, the base section is always the same size.
So forward. You can, like, well, 1 minute. Like this foreground stuff I've got up here that people see on the channel all the time. It's all modular, right? You put it together in which style you want to put it together in.
And you can.
Yes.
You can take that terrain if you wanted to. Put it on these bases kind of thing here.
Right.
So just because they're from a different range doesn't mean you can't use them together.
Okay.
So you could have an oil rig built into a ruined city or
Yes.
into an old town with cobbly bricks.
Yes.
Just go mad.
So what it is you're down the road from me,
Yeah.
and I've been to Foreground a couple of times.
Yeah.
And this is one of your, I don't know, custom show.
So
What is this?
We're going to call them feature tables.
Feature tables.
Which we're going to have in Factorum.
Yes.
Which is our gaming hall / shop
Yes.
/ showcase place.
That's
for
words,
lack
yes.
of a better words in my brain. And basically, we want to have lots of feature tables, lots of feature terrain. So when you come in, you play on tables that you can't play at home.
Yeah.
My kind of job, to give it like a basic example, is
Yeah.
to go, Joe, what did you always want to play on as a table?
Right.
What did you like? And
Yeah.
I'm like, Ruined City, or I don't know, an entire like burned out glass platform, and then I'll just make it.
So your job is to make your dreams come true.
Yes. So
And I was recently down at the Factorum, which is the home of Foreground Publishing, and I saw this and said, can you take it to my house so we can play on it?
yeah.
And Joe said yes.
Yeah.
And then he's turned up with his Black Legion. So now we have this glorious narrative for you.
Yeah.
Check out foregroundpublishing.co.uk. Your website's a bit shit, but it's getting updated.
It's being updated, but we do have the Factorum. It's Factorum Warminster.
Yeah.
We do have our own page. We also have a community page.
Yes.
So you can go onto that, see what we're doing, see what we're building. But you can just turn up and play. You can book tables and play. It's free.
Right. If I forget to link everything in the video description below, let me know, and then I'll link everything in the video description below. But you do know, like, your website's a bit clunky and it's being updated, right? When does the new website go up with all the clicky
Hopefully
buttons?
it should be done soon.
By the time this
relatively before the end of the year.
Okay.
So 2021. Hopefully by January it'll all be sorted. It
Yeah.
may even be sorted now.
Yeah, because your company's been growing and growing and growing. So you had the old one that it's been the platform, and when you've got the new shiny one, then it's going to be a bit easier to navigate.
Yeah.
But check out the Factorum, check out foregroundpublishing.co.uk. Easy to stick together kits and things. Yeah. I think this is like a hashtag ad. I think we've pimped it enough. Should we go and have a look at the armies?
Why not?
And this is 1,500 points worth of Space Marines led by Lieutenant. It's a patrol. So I've got 12 CPs to play with. 2 troops, 2 elites, 2 fast and 2 heavies. This is the toys. This is the units that he had. Not toys. This is the units, the men that he had with him while he was scouring through this sector. And the last thing he expected to run into was Abaddon the Despoiler. The 13th are a fleet-based chapter like the Grey Shields, and they adapt to the enemy they face. So today, because we're going up against Abaddon the Despoiler, I've given them Whirlwind of Rage. So 6s explode, which is what Chaos Space Marines do now. They've seen the enemy, so they're really angry. 6s will explode in close combat. And I've also given them Master Artisans, so they can always re-roll a hit every time they're called upon to shoot or fight. If you play Space Marines, you can add secondary supplements to them as well to beef them up even higher. But I'm not doing that today, and indeed I never do it. I just stick with the Space Marine core rulebook. It's simpler, and it also fits the narrative of my chapter. So my lieutenant has the Neo Volkite pistol, a storm shield, and he actually has the Mastercrafted power sword on the back as well. He sees the ancient enemy, so he's filled with righteous fury. So I've given him Iron Resolve. It gives him an extra wound and a 6-up shrug to wounds. And I've also given him the Armor Indomitus, which gives him another extra wound as well. Basically, it's up to 7 wounds. He's going to be really hard to kill because he's going to do everything he can to take out Abaddon. Remember, my win condition is to send Abaddon back to the Black Gates. Send him, kill him, get him off this battle grid. So yeah, 6-up shrug, an extra 2 wounds, and he can turn on the Armor Indomitus. He can activate his shield once per phase and go up to a 3-up invulnerable save. He's joined by 2 units of intercessors, 1 unit of assault intercessors, 1 unit of normal intercessors. The sergeant here's got a fist. The sergeant there's got a chainsword. Then there's 5 aggressors with flamers. An ancient brother is helping coach and lead and give advice to my lieutenant. He's got the flamer, the stormbolters, the Icarus launcher, and the plasma gun. In the far slot, I've got the bouncy dudes at the front, the suppressors, and the jumpy dudes at the back. accelerator autocannons and the assault bolters. And then over here in the heavy slot, 2 units of 5 Hellblasters, the assault variant. So I feel like this is the kind of strike team that would be sent out to scout out through the city to try and find the enemy. Just didn't expect to run into Abaddon. Lots of gun, not a lot of punch except for the elite slot here. It's going to be very interesting. And here is 1,500 points worth of Black Legion. It's a battalion, so 12 CP, but you get an extra 2 CP because you've brought along Abaddon the Despoiler.
Yep.
What did Black Legion do again?
So the Black Legion trait gives you +1 to your leadership.
Yes.
And also you can advance and your rapid fire weapons become assault. So for instance, a Storm Bolter is rapid fire 2, which becomes assault 2.
Nice. So you still get the minuses to hit when you
still get the
advance,
minuses to hit, yeah.
but you can move quicker.
Yeah.
Your leadership goes up. But Abaddon buffs Black Legion himself as well. What does he do?
So he's got the old Chapter Master kind of reroll. So everyone within 6 gets full rerolls to hit.
Everyone within 6.
Everyone within 6.
Yeah.
He also makes everyone within 6 fearless.
Okay.
And his Warlord trait means that Death to the False Emperor goes off on a 5+ and a 6+.
So I've got Whirlwind of Rage on 6s I explode in close combat.
Yeah.
And you're on 5 and 6s you explode.
5 and 6s. It's not +1 to the 6. It's
Yeah.
a 5+ and
And
a
a 6+, so long as you're in range of Abaddon.
Yeah.
Nice. If you're not in range of Abaddon, just 6 explode.
Just a 6 to explode.
Okay, let's talk us through your army then.
So the Warlord obviously is Abi the Don.
Yes.
We have got the Sorcerer here, Iskandar Kaon, from the books. This whole army is based off of the Black Legion books. He has got Warp Time and Prescience.
Okay.
So the important thing about Prescience to remember, because of how the Warlord trait from Abaddon works, it means that it gives you +1 to hit. So Death to the False Emperor goes off on a 4+ if you're in range of Abaddon.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Warp Time is double move, right?
It's double move. Yeah.
Nice.
And then to the left of Abaddon, we have got a Master of Executions. We don't see them very often, but I think now he can actually pull a bit of his own weight. He doesn't like being hit back, so he just needs to kill stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a relic which allows him to advance and charge, and he can re-roll his charges.
So the relic on him.
Yeah.
Where's the Warlord trait? Oh, he's the Warlord.
He's the Warlord, but I have paid an extra command point
Yes.
so that the Sorcerer can have a Warlord trait.
Okay.
And that basically means that on a 5+, whenever I spend command points, I can get one back on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense as well that you're getting more command points because it's Abaddon.
He is always changing the battle plan to suit the bad guys, so he's always in control.
Yes. So, troops?
Troops, we have got 3 units of 5 Chaos Space Marines.
Yes.
The good old 1 Wounders.
Yes.
There's a mix of chainswords and bolt pistols and then bolt guns.
Okay.
I've got 1 heavy bolter in one of the units.
Okay.
In the fast attack slot, we've got 2 units of Raptors.
Yeah.
I learned that they're fast moving. Now they've got the newer Astartes chainsword.
Yeah.
Get more attacks and then -1 in combat.
Yeah.
In the elite slot, we've got 2 units of 10 Terminators.
2 units of 10.
The Justaran, the bodyguard of Abaddon.
Well, if Abaddon is coming,
Yeah.
the Justaran won't be far behind.
Yeah.
So 20 Terminators to dig through. 2 Wound Terminators, but 20 Terminators to dig through.
Yeah. And they can do work once they get in.
Well, also next to Abaddon, they're going to be re-rolling all hits.
Yeah.
They're going to be punching on 5s and 6s. They're going to be exploding.
Yeah. They can do a lot of heavy lifting once they get in.
Yeah.
And with obviously the buffs from the Sorcerer, I can give them +1 to hit.
Yeah.
I can double move them.
This army is not to be underestimated.
Oh no. If you let it do what it wants to do, you're in trouble.
Okay.
And then finally, we've got 1 unit of Havocs, all with chain cannons.
All with chain cannons.
Yeah.
Noise outside. 1 minute. Don't know if the camera picked that up. But anyway, so Marks. You've given Marcus Lanesh to these guys.
Yep.
Everyone else Khorne.
Everyone has Khorne. The Marcus Nest just means the Havocs can shoot twice. Just represents the fact of all of the bullets they're firing on their chain cannons. Everyone else has got the Mark of Khorne.
Yeah.
Mark of Khorne just gives you access to a stratagem which allows you to fight twice in combat.
Yeah.
And the Terminators have got a banner in each unit which allows them to re-roll charges.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, different marks in display across the force to make it work even better. Again, Abaddon. And as you have one less wound than all of my Space Marines, I don't think... Well, you need every single advantage that you can get your nasty heretic claws into. So my goal is to take this guy out. Your goal is to take the bridge. Why does Abaddon want this battle grid? Why is he here, Joe?
Well, he's here to open a new front. There's clearly something in the city that he is after. Much like his old Black Crusades, he does it for a reason. No one understands the reason except from him, because he is doing the long war, the big fight.
And here we are after deployment. I've put everything on the table, nothing in reserve. And Joe has also put everything on the table as well. Tactically, it might have been better to put a few things in reserve, but we're playing a narrative game. And my lieutenant has spied the Black Legion and Abaddon the Despoiler coming towards them. And the Inceptors and the Suppressors would have already been on the battle grid. So now we've spied the enemy. We're huddling up into cover. The Suppressors are down here with the Hellblasters and the Ancient Brother. The Inceptors are on this flank, and in the middle are all the Intercessors, my lieutenant and the Aggressors. And facing them, coming down the steps, down from the ruin, is Abaddon the Despoiler with his Justarian. Behind them, the Havocs. There's some Chaos Space Marines high up and above. We have the Raptors on this side. Yeah. And another unit of Chaos Space Marines on this side. Now, the objectives for each force is different. I must take down Abaddon, but Abaddon is spreading across this battle grid, and his objective is to take the bridge. We're going to count this scenery. The river is difficult ground, and clearly this battle grid and this bridge is a critical river crossing for the remaining of the Black Legion armor. Tanks are going to get bogged down. Walkers are going to get bogged down in the swampy mire there. He means to take the bridge. So if I've slaughtered Abaddon at the end and the Black Legion managed to take the bridge, then it's going to be a draw. I would have achieved my objectives.
Yep.
I'd have sent him screaming back to hell or to the Vengeful Spirit or killed him utterly. No one ever really dies. He would have teleported back to the Vengeful Spirits, and But if you take the bridge, then that's the Black Legion's objective.
Yeah.
But so there's separate victory conditions. But if only one of us gets our achievement thingy, then one of us wins.
Yeah. Even if Abaddon dies, he doesn't die, because heroes never die.
Heroes never die. They just lie down for a little bit and go in the back tank, just like Luke Skywalker. Right, we need to roll off to see who chooses whether they go first or second, because match play, the winner has to. But this is custom narrative. All right, after you, sir. I have blue, you have white. Look at that. 5-5.
The tension.
1, 3. Now you can choose whether you want to go first or not. Here we are after turn 1 movement phase. Of course, the Black Legion went first. The 13th have stumbled upon Abaddon here, but he planned this all along. Everything advancing except for this unit of Terminators, and that was it, right? And the Havocs, they didn't advance either.
The Havocs, because they're a bit blocked by everyone in front, but they're just getting into position.
Into position. Okay, so Raptors jumping forward on this side, this unit advancing all the way forward, and they're coming right for the 13th. So we're starting off the psychic phase. Iskandar is casting Warp Time.
Yep. On
the Justarian, the furthest forward squad, and that's a pass. Yep. They can now move again.
Yep.
So they can immediately move as if it was the movement phase. The idea is to block up the bridge. Are you advancing them? Or just
I'm going to advance, because I still get to shoot anyway.
Okay.
I don't get as many shots, but I might as well.
Yep. Okay, so they're coming forward 8 inches in total. And just like that, the first unit of Terminators are right in front of the 13th lines. Now it's second power, Prescience.
Yeah.
+1 to hit, putting it on the Terminators, and that's a pass. Now we're starting off with the shooting phase with the second squad of Terminators that weren't warp timed, because there's 7 of them that can see and are in range, whereas the unit in front can see entirely. Right, we're starting off with the shooting phase with a unit that didn't advance, because if these guys unload, then there might not be a lot left. But there's only 7 that can see or in line of sight. They're hitting on 3s.
Yep.
And re-rolling everything. It's all but 1, Joe.
All but 1. That is just Abaddon telling them to just do better.
Force to wound.
Force.
And I have 17 3-up saves. Only 2 fall. 1 takes a wound. Abaddon's not in range. We just measured up. So we're coming to this squad here.
Yeah.
It's just 3 bolt gun shots.
Yeah.
4s because they did advance. Re-rolling everything because that's what Abaddon does.
Ooh.
Only 1 hit. Force to wound. Doesn't
No.
wound. Now nothing else is in range. Except for these Terminators. They would be hitting on 4s, but back to 3s because of prescience.
Yep.
Are you doing veterans or anything like that?
Ooh. Well, the big unit with 4 rerolls didn't manage to kill many.
Yeah.
So I'm not rating only 20 shots this time.
Right.
So I probably won't prescience now and save the CP for a bigger next turn.
Why is it only 20 shots? Surely it's 40 shots.
It would be, because it's because when you advance and shoot
Yes.
with Black Legion,
Yes.
your rapid fire becomes assault. So you're assault 2. There's 10 of them.
Okay.
So 20.
But why not veterans of long war? +1 to wound. You'd be winning on 3s.
Why on it? You twisted my arm. I'll spend the command point. I've got loads to burn.
Okay.
So
3s to hit.
that's not bad.
And 3s to wound. I have 9 more 3-up saves. That'll kill the injured 1 and 1 more. And that's the end of Black Legion turn 1. The unit of Terminators can't charge because they advanced. I do have a morale to take here because I've lost 4 guys.
Yep.
So 5 or 6 will fail. Or I could burn 2 CP. Let's burn 2 CP. I really don't like the idea of them running away in the very first battle round.
Well,
So they'll hold.
yeah.
And we'll go on to the 13th. Turn 1. Here we are after the 13th movement phase. The plan is this turn to remove the first unit of Justarian Terminators. But that isn't my goal. My goal is to kill Abaddon. So even if I get rid of them, it does leave me open to the countercharge from the rest of the Black Legion. The jumpy dudes, however, have come down here because we needed to get in range and to thread our heavy bolters, our assault bolters, into this unit of Raptors. Again, it leaves me open for a countercharge for the second unit of Raptors. Need to kill what I can kill. In the command phase, my Dreadnought is shouting his wisdom, the wisdom of the ancients. So I get reroll hit rolls of 1 bubble from my Dreadnought. I had to do the interceptor guns with the assault interceptors are in front, but these are the guys with the rapid fire guns. They had to line up like that because line of sight is a thing. And I can't see, you can shoot through people in your own squad, fire discipline, but you can't shoot through models in another squad. So I needed to line them up in parade ground formation so we could actually see people in the Justarian squad. Everyone else, stay still. So we'll start off with the intercessors, with the rapid fire weapons going into the Justarians. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for wisdom of the ancients, and then re-rolling a hit with master artisans. That's good, isn't it?
That's very wise.
And then wounding on 4s and re-rolling those 5 1s because my lieutenant is right there. That was a 2. And that's what lieutenants do. At -1, that's 7 3-up saves. I kill 1. Troop unit number 1. Now troop unit number 2 with their heavy bolt pistols. I'll chuck a grenade though, which hits and wounds at -1. And you make the save, and then the bolt pistols, there's 5 of them, reroll a hit, and then force to wound. 4 more wounds at -1. They're heavy bolt pistols.
Oh no, I've taken 1.
So one's fallen, one's injured, Joe.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to set them on fire.
Seems about right. It's supposed to be us that lets the galaxy burn.
Well, now I'm going to burn you. The flamers on the aggressors, there's 2 flamers each. Oof. So this is 10.
10d6.
10d6 auto hits. 25 on 4s. One hit the floor, and I reroll 1s because there's a lieutenant nearby. Yeah, 4s, and that's 13 wounds. 13 2-up saves though. No AP.
I still rolled 2 1s somehow.
So there's 8 left, and they're burning. My lieutenant aims his Neo-Volkite bolt pistol, and he hits on 2s, and it's strength 5, so it wounds on 3s. He doesn't re-roll his own thing. It is 2 damage though. No No damage at all. Okay. Let's do the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought, the Flamer's out of range, but I have got Storm Bolters. So let's do my Storm Bolters. He can re-roll that. And I will wound you on... not that. He's not in range of the Lieutenant there. He's got D3 shots with his Icarus, which will hit on... and I can re-roll hit rolls of 1 with Wisdom of the Ancient. Hit on 3s. And it doesn't wound.
He's just incredibly sleepy.
Well, now I've got my Plasma gun. The Plasma Cannon. It does 2 damage, so I don't need to overcook it. It's blast, so this is minimum 3.
If it goes off, it's going to real hurt.
D6 shots. Minimum 3. It'll hit on 3s, re-rolling hit rolls of 1.
Ooh.
It'll wound on 2s. It's very powerful. And you need your 5-up invulnerable saves, because each one will kill a Terminator. Okay, 6 Terminators left. So now it's time for more plasma. We're going to do this squad. I'm going to overcharge.
It's bold.
It's bold. I'm going to fire into them, but I am re-rolling hit rolls of 1 because of my Dreadnoughts there.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting them on 3s with my plasma. And I can re-roll a hit, but I'm not gonna, in case that becomes a 1.
Yeah.
Because any 1s to hit, and I will pick up one of my Hellblasters.
It's going well.
This is going really well. There's 3 1s though. You said that, and then I rolled 3 1s.
I didn't mean to jinx it.
He's okay. He's okay. No re-rolls to wound though, because I'm not... oh, look at that. It was going really well.
Incredible roll.
I'm not in range of the Lieutenant. These will wound you on 3s. You've got to make 10 saves.
10 saves.
10 saves.
This bridge is literally ablaze.
Yeah.
From plasma and fire and bolt around. Oh, but they're dead.
Yeah, I've melted a significant part of the stonework, the masonry there. Wiped out 1 unit of Just Aaron. Leaves everything else I have out of the second squad out of range. But you can see the barrels of the suppressors pointing through that ruin. They're going to fire into the second squad.
Oof, okay.
I'm hitting you on 3s. And I'm re-rolling 1s. It didn't help. And I'm strength 7, so I'm wounding you on 3s. And I'm re-rolling 1s because they are in range of the... Now, these are AP -2. And they are 2 damage a time. Accelerator auto cannons. And that's 7. 4-up saves. Would you like to command point any? Because that's 4 dead Just Aarons.
I've got the command points to do it.
You got command points for days.
Oh, still dies though.
So far, the 13th are doing quite well at clearing their AO. Last thing left to fire is this unit of jumpy dudes firing up into the ruin to try and take on these raptors. I can't see the second squad. They've got lots of shots. I'm hitting on 3s and I can re-roll a hit. Look at all those 1s and 2s. Strength 5, toughness 4, 3s to wound.
Oh my lord.
14 wounds.
Yes, it's all right.
-1.
They're 1 wound Chaos Space Marines.
Plus 1 for cover. So 3s.
Oh, actually,
You only lose 2.
a miracle.
And that's the end of the 13th. Turn 1, we've cleared the bridge. No morale to take on the Terminators because they're fearless next to Abaddon. No morale to take on the Raptors on that flank because they didn't take enough casualties. Now all of a sudden the jumpy dudes look like they could be in danger. Last turn against the Black Legion, most of Abaddon's forces were out of line of sight or range. This turn they won't be. Let's find out what they can do in turn 2. Okay, here we are after the Black Legion's movement phase in turn 2. The Raptors land in the river in a shower of steam. They're not slowed by the water. They can leap out and charge the Interceptors. In the pile in the middle, everyone walked forward, no one advanced, except for the Master of Executioner. Because everything's got Mark of Khorne, except for the Havocs. And he advanced.
Yes.
And he's got the Talisman of Burning Blood.
Yes.
So he can advance and charge.
Yes.
So the Space Marine shooting phase was quite brutal. What's the plan, Joe?
So is
You can't withstand that twice in a row.
No, so Abaddon's, he's sending in the Executioner to clear the way. A lot of the shooting is going to go onto the aggressors at the back. We need to get rid of those guys. Because next turn, that's a lot of shots. Flamer hits at -1 AP.
Yeah.
So we need to clear that, He's going to send in the executioner to clear off these assault guys. So all that will be left is that character and some intercessors behind.
What about the Terminators? Can they charge?
They have got a 10-inch charge, not a 10-inch charge. But they've
got the banner and corn, right? So that's re-rollable.
Yeah, so it's an 8-inch re-rollable charge.
Okay.
So the executioner's not going in on his own.
What about the plasma dudes in the building that punished you?
They are a problem.
Yeah.
Which will have to wait because I cannot get range on them at the moment.
Because everything's 24.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like those plasma guys, they're going to need to deal with the problem that's holding the bridge.
Yeah.
Which means that gives Abaddon and the rest of the reserve more chance to move up. It's just feeding into this dead zone in the middle.
Well, if you deal with that lot and the jumpy dudes, to be fair, all I will have is the specialist troops behind.
Yeah.
And there'll be an awful lot of problems to deal with.
Although there is a dreadnought lurking.
Yeah.
Almost looks like he's trying to hide behind the building.
No.
So we haven't seen him.
He's a wisdom. He's an ancient guy.
Yeah,
he's like leading from... So this way people can hear him under all the gunfire from... Yeah. That's what he's not a coward.
He's just wise.
He's wise.
Yeah.
Wise in the ways of 40k. We have a psychic phase.
Yes.
So is Kandar the librarian calling on the powers of the warp? What's he doing now?
He's got a warp time.
Warp time?
On the Master of Execution. So we're going to go off. Not on that. So I'm going to spend a command point to roll it.
And not on that either.
Does go
no, it does. It's a 6. Yeah,
we will
6.
double check.
Prescience is a 7. Warp time is a 6. So the Master of Executioner just shunts through the warp right in front of the intercessors. Prescience?
We're going to put prescience on him because then we get the bonus on the...
on him? Not on the Terminators or the Havocs or anything?
Well,
I just suppose you're re-rolling all hits here with Abaddon anyway.
Re-rolling it anyway. They're getting... If they get in, they could probably chain back enough to get...
Yeah.
bonus on the Death of the False Emperor.
Yeah.
The Master of Executions, he's going to be out of range. So he still hits on 2s anyway, but it means that I get those extra hits on a 5+.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
But it doesn't go off anyway.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the shooting phase. The Havocs, each of them with 8 shots each, is firing into the aggressors, spending a CP on veterans of the Long War. And they're hitting on 3s. And re-rolling all hits. Reroll him. And wounding on 3s because the veterans of the Long War. And these are all AP minus
1.
So the aggressors have 16 4-up saves. Aggressors have 3 wounds each, but 2 fall. 1 takes a wound. Now we're coming to this squad.
Yeah, we're going to have this one because they've got a heavy bolter, which does 2 damage.
And they're firing at the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's moved, so 4s.
Right.
For Abaddon.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they're wounded on 4s again. 1 wound.
AP minus 1.
Yep.
And a failed save, like that, and he'll die. Then the bolt guns fired into the same squad didn't cause any wounds. We're now coming on to Abaddon.
Yep.
Firing is, what's his gun called?
Oh, it's the Talon of Horus. It's the storm bolt built into that. So he hits on 2s. Yes. He tells himself to do better.
Yes.
Because he's allowed to. And then he's wounding on 5s because only stroke 4.
Right.
But he does get 1 wound.
And it's AP
minus 1, but it's D3 damage.
Okay. So it's a high damage, low AP. Right. I make the save though.
That's right. We've got Terminator Stormbolters.
Terminator Stormbolters.
So now the Terminator Stormbolters, they're going to go into as aggressors. We want to get those last 2 knocked off.
Okay. But it's only winning on 5s though.
Yeah, but it's a lot of shots.
Okay.
We're going to go for just attrition here.
3s re-rolling everything.
All hits through re-rolls because of Abaddon.
Yes.
They are the elite.
Yes.
So now we're wounding on 5s.
Yes.
And that's not bad actually.
3-up saves. Oh dear. That's another one bites the dust. Just the sergeant left standing. Then you fire the remaining bolt guns at the sergeant, cause 2 more wounds.
2 more.
2 more 3-up saves. Oh, he's down to 1 wound remaining.
I might as well shoot the Master of Executioner's bolt pistol.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Last shot.
Last shot.
Try and take him out.
Missed.
From the firepower in the middle of the battle grid, we're coming across here to the Raptors. They're all firing at the jumpy dudes.
Yeah.
But
so
one's going to chuck a grenade, one's going to chuck a grenade from each squad. So we'll do them together, yeah?
Yep, 2 crack grenades going in.
Yeah.
Both hit.
3s.
3s. Oh.
And that was a wound.
That's a wound.
-1.
Yeah.
That's really cocked. And make the save. And then we have a lot of pistol fire.
Yes.
And the pistol fire didn't cause any wounds, and that is the end of the Black Legion's shooting phrase. They have annihilated the aggressors down to the sergeant with 1 wound remaining. And now the Black Legion mean to charge.
What? Do I
Yes.
spend 2 command points
Yes.
and endless cacophony the Havocs?
Oh, I would. I would, Coco.
I've got the CP.
Yes.
I'm going to do it.
Yes.
So that is 4 times 8 Havoc shots.
Yes.
With +1 to wounds.
Yes.
On that one guy.
What? Everything into him? Surely you should split fire and put some shots somewhere else as well.
Oh, because
like 1 cannon into them.
We'll put 1 in there. I kind of feel like Mr. Executioner can do it. But...
Okay then. So 24 shots from the Havocs went into the aggressor sergeant on 1 wound left. He's not there anymore. And 8 shots came into the assault intercessors, and he caused 7 wounds.
Yeah.
7 3-up saves. 4-up saves because it's -1. Oh dear.
Oh my.
That's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead. A Havoc kills 3 on his own.
It's almost unheard of, really.
And now the Master of Executioner can charge. He can advance and charge because of Talisman of Burning Blood.
Yep.
Good luck.
Right, we'll do it now.
Okay.
Because we're here.
And that's an 8. He
That's
is definitely in. So the Master of Executioners comes charging up the bridge and engages the intercessors. The Terminators, this is a 9-inch re-rollable charge. They mean to join him. Re-rolling because of the corn banner. No, they just fail.
The Executioner's doing it on his own.
We're on to the Raptors. 3-inch with this squad, 4-inch with that squad.
So the 3 inches.
They're in.
Yeah, and the 4 inches.
That's a CP re-roll if you want both squads to come in.
No.
Just the squad of 3 makes the jumpy dudes. And I think I wasn't going to Overwatch. No, they're in. They're in. Bear in mind that I can interrupt.
I know.
And he's got a fist. And I don't think Master Executioners have an invulnerable save.
No, so I have to go with him first because you do get a lot of attack.
Yeah, but with his Executioner's axe, you've modelled him with a massive sword because that's how he is in the book.
Yeah.
You've got 6 attacks, right?
6 attacks on the charge.
Right.
Hitting on 2s.
Yes.
Death to the False Emperor on 5s.
Okay.
So. Well, that's a lot of 1s.
You rolled 3 1s.
But that's fine because I rolled 3 5 pluses.
So it's 6 hits anyway.
6 hits. He's strength 10.
Nice.
And he does mortal wounds on 6s.
Does he?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2s and 6s. Well, that's good. So
at this point,
4.
I remember transhuman.
Yeah.
But I guess they're dead anyway. What's the minus? -3, isn't
I
it?
believe it is -3.
Okay. So I need 6s. I don't make any. How much damage does he do?
It is D3 damage.
Oh, so there's a chart.
There is a
Telling
chance.
me there's a chart.
The first one is 1.
He's not dead.
I'm going to re-roll that one, I think.
Yeah, okay,
I'm gonna
CP.
spend CP. So
And
one's
one's
dead.
dead.
2's
dead.
3 dead.
He clears the squad. And the Master of Executioner consolidates forward, shouting, "You shall not pass," on the bridge. He's taken the objective already. Right. I have to burn 2 CP over here to try and kill these raptors. I lucked out, you failing that CP reroll charge.
I know.
Their legs got caught in the swamp, in the mire of the river. And if I can kill them, that means I'll be free to bounce around and shoot next turn.
Yeah.
And consider that you wiped out 2 entire squads on the bridge.
Yeah.
I need this to happen. So here's all my attacks. I'm hitting on 3s.
Can you get an exploding attack?
I can reroll a hit, and 6s count as 2 hits with Whirlwind of Rage. I'm winning on 4s. Look at that one. 7 3-up saves.
I need a big one here.
Good luck.
Dead to a man, and I've already used a CP reroll.
Yeah, just about did it for me. I lucked out. And that's the last action for the Black Legion. In turn 2, the Inceptors managed to hold their ground, clubbing the first squad of Raptors down into the mud and the mire. Meanwhile, on the bridge, my lieutenant is faced down by a Master of Executioners with the Justarian piling on behind as we go on to the 13th, turn 2. And here we are after the 13th movement phase. The jumpy dudes retreat back to the cover, ready to throw firepower, bolt of fire, down at the raptors in the river as they struggle through the mire. The lieutenant calls the intercessors around him. A firing squad is lined up for that master of executioners. And of course, the dreadnought is shouting his wisdom of the ancients one more time. The intention is to get rid of the raptors, get rid of your master of executioners, and then the firepower here down into the Terminators.
Yeah.
And this squad of Hellblasters, line of sight and range is a thing, can shoot across the river into that squad down there. If I manage to do this, there'll still be the Havocs left and the Abaddon.
Yeah.
There's still warp time and there's still another... It's been brutal.
Oh, yeah.
That last turn from you was brutal. My first turn was brutal. I need this to be brutal again.
Yeah.
Because your next turn, even with just the Havocs and Abaddon, is...
Abaddon, once he gets going,
Yeah.
he's like the juggernaut, you know?
Right.
Once he starts rolling, there's no stopping him.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll just, like a bowling ball, and those blue pins in the middle of the bridge, he's just going to go and knock them down.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because this is your objective.
Yeah.
You might need Abaddon to take it.
Yeah.
But my objective is to get rid of Abaddon.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to a real Gandalf moment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. Let's shoot some guns. So the firing squad level their bolt rifles at the master of executions. I'm hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s. And forced to wound.
Oh, my
Any
Lord.
1s to re-roll? That was 13 wounds. -2 because there's tactical doctrine.
So that's 13, 5 plus saves.
Yes.
He's got this. 4 wounds.
Oh, only 4 wounds. I thought you had
No problem.
no,
he's dead.
He's wiped out. How many points is that guy?
60 points?
60 points.
65 points. 6 attacks on the charge with
Yeah.
exploding 5s and 6s. You
Yeah.
give him rerolls to hit.
Is
He
that right?
could quite comfortably take a dreadnought out.
Could he?
Yeah, because you can
Wow.
fight twice as well, which is not bad.
That's good.
He is no slouch.
No slouch for 60 points.
Yeah.
Okay. Hellblasters are no slouch.
Oh no.
We're not overcooking. We're going to fire at these guys down here.
You sure you don't want to go for that damage too?
3 stick hit. Re-rolling one of these. Re-roll the drop dice. It didn't hit the floor. It's good. You were there to catch it as well. I'm killing on 3s. Yeah, that Chaos Space Marine squad are wiped out. And they're gone. Now we're coming across to the jumpy dudes, plunging fire down into the raptors who are struggling through the river. On 3s, re-rolling 1s. Not re-rolling 1s, re-rolling 1 dice. And then 3s to wound. These are AP -2.
8, 5 up saves.
Yes.
Oh,
That was really cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead. There we go.
And there's that squad dead as well. So the Master of Executioners, that squad's dead. The Raptor's dead. And now I'm free to fire down into some Terminators. Let's start off with the Hellblasters because they've got the shortest range. You've got 2 wounds a pop.
Yeah.
So let's overcook it because I made sure the Dreadnought was in range for his wisdom of... He's given them the wisdom of the ancients.
He's so white, like a wise old owl.
Second unit of Hellblasters coming up. 3s to hit. There's a 1. Okay, he's okay. 2, 3 of them firing. I'm not going to choose to do my free reroll. 4.
Ooh.
Use the wise old owl, help them out.
Yeah.
And reroll those
A lot
ones.
of double ones coming up here.
A lot of double... Oh.
Oh, finally.
One of them succumbs to his injuries. Well, no, doesn't succumb to his injuries. He doesn't take his finger off the trigger.
Yeah.
He's like pumping away and pumping shots away, and it's like burns in his hand. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He just can't pick up his gun anymore.
Yeah, he's dropped it.
Right, 3s to wound. If I was even cleverer, I would have made sure that the lieutenant was still in range.
Well, he was thirsty to kill some people in combat.
But I exuberantly moved him forward. That's still quite a lot. That's 8 5-up invulnerable saves on your Terminators.
We got this.
Each failed save will kill a Terminator.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead. Leaving 1.
1's left, huh? So the suppressors aim in at the Terminator Sergeant. They will hit on 3s, and I can reroll one of them. And we're going to be wounding on 3s, accelerator autocannons. What was that one?
That's a 3.
But it is AP -1. But it is 2 damage. So 5 3-up saves.
Oh, and he takes it so happily.
He's supposed to die.
He's not. He's a big brave boy.
I need him dead. Terminator. Sergeant. With Death to the False Emperor. Many attacks that will insta-kill Primaris. And that you can warp time forward. Yeah. I wanted to put the Dreadnought into the Havocs. But he's too much of a threat. And you can fight twice with him, right?
Yeah.
So you can have like 10 attacks or something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put everything from the Dreadnought into him. He needs to die. Here's the Plasma.
Oh.
I'm going to re-roll that. Twice as good. 3s to hit. And I can re-roll that. Okay, 2s to wound.
Lovely jubbly.
And he is in range of... I don't need to Lieutenant re-roll it. 5 up and vulnerable saves.
Oh!
He's a boss. He's still alive. Okay, the Icarus launcher. 2 shots, which hit on 3s.
Yeah.
And wound on 3s. Now let's say P -1, 2 damage.
Oh my.
So 3s. Now he finally falls.
I'm going to CP re-roll that.
Why'd you do this to me?
I'm going to do it because all you've got is a puny gun left. He's fine.
He's still alive. Okay, here's the puny gun. It's not puny, it's a Storm Bolter. The hallowed Storm Bolters. And 4s to wound. Ooh. 2 wounds, 2 2-up saves.
Well, it's 3 up because it's -1, isn't it? Because
yeah.
The tactical doctrine. But he's all right.
So the sergeant takes a Hellblaster squad, a Suppressor squad, and a Dreadnought to the face, and stands there resolute and fearless next to Abaddon. And that is the end of the 13th turn 2. This is all that's left of the Black Legion.
That's all we need.
That's all you need.
It's all we need.
Facing the might of the 13th. The goal, the mission is to take the bridge. Let's find out what they do in turn 3. And the last of the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, advance towards the bridge. We have the Sergeant Terminator, Abaddon himself, and the Librarian here. There's a squad of Chaos Marines, and behind Abaddon, all the Havocs. But you have a psychic phase with your Librarian.
Yep, so Iskandar, again, he's going to go for that warp time on Abaddon. He's had enough. He's like, if you're going to get a job done, got to do it myself.
You're sending Abaddon into the teeth of the enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He can take it.
Okay.
And that goes off.
I'm coming for you. Epic stuff. Danger close to my lines now.
Yep.
Right, you've got Prescience?
I've got Prescience, so I can either put Prescience on Abaddon.
Yes.
He gets 4 rerolls to hit, but it means that his Death to the False Emperor goes off on 4, so he gets extra attacks on 4.
Right.
Or I put the Prescience onto the Havocs, which means they hit on 2s, and then I can spend an extra command point to have them reroll hits of 1. So they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. I kind of feel that's now I've said it out loud.
Yes.
It's probably the best way to do it.
Prescience on the Havocs then.
It doesn't go off.
You need a 7.
But I'm going to CP reroll that.
All right.
And that goes off.
Right. Shooting phase. Havocs. Where are we going?
So I think I kind of want to send Abaddon into the Dreadnought.
Yes.
It's quite a long charge. So
yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Havocs into the Dreadnought. I'm going to spend an extra command point.
What about the Hellblasters?
That's a good point. They are a problem.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot some Hellblasters.
But the Dreadnought's also a problem. He's a Dreadnought.
I know.
And then when he countercharges Abaddon, he's nasty.
He is. I think what we'll do is we'll go after the Dreadnought.
Yes.
First of all.
Yes.
See how it goes. Because I can always shoot twice.
Okay.
With the Havocs. So if I kill the Dreadnought, I can shoot the Hellblasters.
You're not going to be able to kill him in 1 round of shooting. He's a Dreadnought.
He'll be fine.
Ancient brother.
Confidence is the key.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? You're looking for stratagems and things.
So I'm spending 1 command point,
yes.
+1 to wound,
yes.
for Veterans of Long War.
Yes.
And I'm spending another stratagem, 1 CP, called Let the Galaxy Burn, which gives my unit reroll hit rolls of 1.
So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yes.
And +1 to wound, so wounding on 4s.
Yes.
And you've got many shots.
Yes.
32 shots, hitting on 2s. And rerolling any 1s. So only a couple of 1s. Another 1-1.
Any more?
That's it.
That's it. Oh, 2 misses.
2 misses, so 30 hits. Reaper chain cannons.
Yes, so strength 5.
Yes.
Would be 5s. +1 to wound.
4s. Okay. OMG.
There we go.
I'm 16 4-up saves.
Yeah.
Because it's -1, right? He takes 7 damage.
Yep.
He's got 6 left.
Yep.
Not dead.
He's not dead. Abaddon's going to shoot him now.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So 4 shots. Hitting on 2s.
Yes.
All hit.
Yes.
We are wounding it. He's toughness 7?
Yeah.
Toughness 8.
7.
Toughness 7. So, 5s. Ooh.
3 6s.
-1.
4s. I fail every single one. How much is it? D3.
No, it's a 4. So you failed 2, so
Yeah.
D3 damage. So he can do it.
But no, because I reduced damage by 1 because I'm a dreadnought.
So I could do maximum 4 damage,
Yeah. And that's 3 damage.
2, 3, yep.
He's on 3 wounds remaining. He's still standing.
Oh.
His armor is chipped. Oil is leaking from the hydraulics, but he's still standing. Chaos Space Marine Squad with Heavy Bolter. Firing at the intercessors?
Yep.
Okay.
So, hitting on 4s.
Is this the Heavy Bolter?
That is the heavy bolter. He's missed. He's just... Oh, no.
You're in 6
We're
inch.
in range
Yeah,
because of the length of the unit. He's hit once.
Okay.
A 3. No.
No.
But I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt gun shots. 4 bolt gun shots.
Yes.
That's much more efficient.
Yes.
4s. Oh, look at that.
Okay. 3 up saves.
Yep.
You kill one.
Oh.
Then the Terminator Sergeant fired in, caused 3 wounds. And 1 takes a wound.
Yep. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolt guns at the back there.
Into him as well.
Into them as well. See if we can chip off that last wound.
Only
2 hits. No wounds.
Now that's the end of the shooting phase for the Black Legion. You've got 7 CP left.
Yep.
With Endless Cacophony you can fire again.
Yeah.
Dreadnought on 3 wounds. Some Hellblasters and things.
I'm tempted to split it.
Oh.
Go 2 Gatling cannons at the Dreadnought.
Right.
And 2 at the Hellblasters.
Your pluses to hit and to wound and everything are still in effect, right? Until the end of the phase.
Yes, so they're still hitting on 2s, still re-rolling 1s,
right.
plus 1 to wound. So versus the Hellblasters,
yeah,
they're actually going to be wounding them on 2s.
Well, split fire always works.
Or
it always works.
Always works. Always.
It always works.
Confidence is key. So we're going into
yes,
the Dreadnought.
The Dreadnought. Okay.
So 16 shots.
Rerolling the ones.
Rerolling the ones. There's 4 ones.
Okay.
Right.
So 15 hits.
That's good.
That's good. 4s to wound.
Just believe.
You should at least get 7 or 8 here. That looks like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
That's a good guess.
There we go. Right. So I need 4 up saves.
Yep.
I need to make more than half. He's only got 3 wounds left.
Yes.
He's definitely gone. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Shoo. Okay. So he succumbs to his injury, ejects the sarcophagus to be recovered later. Because I'm not having an ancient brother of the 13th. Just kidding. No one ever really dies.
Just washing down in the river.
Okay, so part 1 of Splitting Faraways works.
Yeah.
Now you've got the Hellblasters. Remember, there's only 4 left because one's dropped his gun and is looking for it on the floor.
Yeah. He's reaching down to pick it up and he kicks it with his toes so it shoots off a bit more.
Yeah.
He's proper Laurel and Hardying it.
So 2s.
So 2 misses.
Yes. And then you're wounding on
2s.
because of veterans.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 1 wound. Oh.
Ooh.
So that was
These are AP -1.
9, 10.
I'm in a ruin.
Yeah.
So +1.
+1, -1.
Yeah.
So back to 3s.
3 up saves. 10 3 up saves.
Yeah.
I got this. Another one dies. Just one dies and one takes an injury. But you did kill the Dreadnought and you have removed another one of the Hellblasters. That does remove my reroll wound rolls of 1 bubble from Wisdom of the Ancients. That is the end of your shooting phase.
It is.
Hellblaster dead, Intercessor dead, Dreadnought's gone. Now Abaddon means to make a charge, and I will definitely overwatch him.
Oh, yes.
I'm not letting him run in there unopposed. Let's fill him with mass reactive rounds first. I mean, I feel like if you were a Space Marine and you saw Abaddon the Despoiler charging towards you, you would definitely pull the trigger.
Yeah, you would
like...
You would keep firing until you fell over dead.
6s. And I can reroll one of these.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get 5. 6 hits!
6.
Right, what's his toughness these days?
5.
5. So 5's to wound.
Oh.
I wound him 4 times at AP -2. Tactical Doctrine's in effect.
So he's got a 2-up save.
Right.
So 4s. And he takes 4 wounds going in.
I've usually got
8. So you've taken half his wounds off already.
Yeah.
I need to charge.
You need to charge.
Right.
Don't roll a 2.
It's a
That's
4.
okay. You're okay. He's definitely within 5 inches.
Yeah, he's only just.
Yeah. He's a bit poorly though.
He is.
I've chipped his armour.
But he can do this.
You
no
chipped
problem.
my Dreadnought's armour, I chipped your armour. Right, so he's got a bajillion attacks. Let's fight. And so the War Master himself comes charging over the bridge and engages the 13th. I'm spending 2 CP on transhuman physiology.
I don't blame you because I do wound you on 2s. So that's going to go well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many attacks?
So 6 attacks with the Talon.
Yes.
And then D6 attacks with Drachnaian, the sword.
Okay.
So the Talon, roll 4, so hitting on 2s,
Yes.
exploding 5s and 6s.
Yes.
You get to re-roll all of his hits. So I'll probably re-roll anything that's not a 5 and a 6.
Right, okay.
So roll 2 there.
Yeah.
Re-roll these.
Right.
And I pick up an extra one there. So it's 3 extra hits there.
So he gets 9 hits out of his 6.
Yes.
Right. So it would be wounding on, what's his strength?
5, but it's times 2, so
10.
10. So I would be wounding you on 2s.
But transhuman.
So 4s.
Okay.
Oh,
That's only 3.
3.
AP?
Minus 4.
I don't get a save.
No, so it's just a flat D3 damage.
Right.
So the first one is 3 damage. That kills the one on 1 wound.
Yeah.
The next one,
Dead.
2 damage. Third one, 2 damage.
He wipes out 3.
Yes.
And then Drachnaian, the demon sword, echo of the first murder.
Yeah. So D6 attacks.
Yes.
If I roll a 1,
Yeah.
it hurts his brain and
Right.
he takes a mortal wound.
Can he re-roll it?
No.
You can't re-roll it.
No.
He's only got 4 wounds left.
I know.
Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1. Thank God for that.
6 attacks!
6 attacks.
Okay, you've already wiped out 3.
Yeah.
Right. So, has he got Death to the Force Emperor and everything on Drachnaian as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So 2s.
2s.
Reroll anything that's not a 5 and a 6. So only 2. So 9 attacks again.
9, only 9.
Yeah. So
in total, he's had 18 attacks.
yes. Yes. So he's casual.
What's the strength of Drachnaian?
So it's +1.
Right.
So he would be strength 6.
Right.
But 4's because of transhuman.
Transhuman, okay.
There we go.
Right.
Right.
That's 6.
That's 6. It's only -3,
Right.
but it is.
Only -3.
It's only -3.
6. Right. 6s?
6s.
I make 2 6s.
Oh, that's not bad.
So 4 go through.
And it's just a casual flat damage 3.
Okay, so he would have wiped out the entire squad,
Yeah.
but there's 2 left which are not in engagement range. Would you like to pile in or consolidate?
I think I am.
Right.
I'm going to go into the big boss man. I kind of feel like I'm doing him a bit of
Well,
a
I've got a mastercrafted power sword. You don't have to. You can consolidate into the other squad.
I half full damage. So your damage 2 goes to damage 1 there.
Okay. Well, so you've consolidated into both squads.
Yeah.
Nice. Right, so the normal intercessor.
Yes.
5 still wins you.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Thank God.
The sergeant's got 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Chainsword, shock assault.
Nice.
3 hits.
3 hits.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
5 still wound at AP -1.
Ooh.
1 wound at AP -1.
So a 3-up save. Oh my God.
He takes another wound.
He's down to 3. So it's down to Mr. Lieutenant.
So my Primaris Lieutenant unsheaths his mastercrafted power sword.
Yes.
He has 5 attacks.
Yes.
He will hit you on 2s. And I can re-roll a hit. I hit you 4 times, and the 6s explode for 5 times for Whirlwind of Rage.
That's not bad. And you're strength 5, aren't
Strength 5.
you? So 4s.
Forced to wound you.
Oh my.
4 invulnerable saves.
Yeah.
He's got 3 wounds left.
He's got 3 wounds. You would be damaged 2, but Abaddon halves all damage.
Okay.
So down to 1.
Yeah.
So I need a fairly decent roll here.
Yes.
Right. That was an awful roll.
And my lieutenant slays Abaddon on the bridge. There's a flash of a teleport homer, of course,
Yeah.
as Abaddon returns back to the vengeful spirit. The 13th have completed their mission. These guys need to make a morale test because you can only use that strat where you hold firm once.
Yeah.
So I need a 1. A roll of 1!
He does it.
After seeing the War Master fall, they stand firm and rally behind their lieutenant. And that's the end of Black Legion turn 3. And then in the 13th movement phase, the intercessors stride forward. The suppressors jump out of the ruin. The Hellbusters advance. And the jumpy dudes on the other flank advance, leaving only the Hellblasters back here tending to the sarcophagus of the Dreadnought. And now everything fires down into the Black Legion. This unit fired down into the last remaining Terminator, and then everything else fired down into the squad of 1 wound Space Marines.
Yeah.
With no invulnerable saves left, with no buffs left at all. It was a slaughter.
It was grim.
They got cut down, leaving your librarian.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Iskander.
I've read the books. They're great books.
They are great books.
Leaving Iskander there with a squad of Chaos Space Marines, and they will retreat back into the ruins. And at this point, it is a 13th victory, Space Marine victory. And this is the way the world ends. So I'm both very pleased with the ending and also very disappointed. Very pleased that we won and was able to drive you back, but very disappointed in your rolling for Abaddon's saving throws.
He always dies because the army is so easy to kill. I just end up playing Hero Hammer with Abaddon, just flinging him around, and it becomes a case of how much can you kill before he gets brought down.
Yeah,
and he does kill a lot.
I mean, I took off half of his wounds on Overwatch.
I know.
That was very Tau of me.
Yes, that was incredible Ultramarine-esque shooting.
If that hadn't happened, I mean, it's a 50-50 chance. You have just as much chances of passing every single one.
Yeah.
What could have happened is I could have done no damage to him.
Yeah.
Now, I see that happen all the time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I've got Abaddon to deal with and I pump everything into him and get him down to 1 or 2 more wounds remaining. And then the Havocs could have stepped forward with some prescience and something, obliterated apart, and then Abaddon kept going forward. That's as equally likely could have happened. Yeah. But you didn't make any saves.
Well, with like we said, a 4-up invulnerable save, it's 50-50. 50-50 I either pass through, or 50-50 I drop dead and you kill me.
So have you had many hero moments with him where he just keeps going?
I've had a game versus Imperial Knights where there was 4 Imperial Knights and 6 armors on the table.
Yeah.
It's quite a big game we played.
Yeah.
And Abaddon killed all 4 big knights.
Did he?
Because of how Death to the False Emperor works, you just roll into 1, you give him +1 to wounds, so he basically wounds knights on 2s, and he just flips them all over the place. Yeah. It's quite nice. So he gets work done.
Yeah.
He just can't be hit in return.
You get, well, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, you have times when you go into a Redemptor Dreadnought and he just won't kill it. That -1 damage is a real problem with D3 damage.
That's the thing about these hero characters, the Magnuses, the Mortarians, the Abaddons, the Guillimans, even Celestines and people like that. The occasions where the dice are kind to you, they are heroes and they keep going. But there are those occasions where you just roll a bunch of 1s or 2s and they're gone.
He's still a enhanced man in Terminator armor, and a lot of plasma and a lot of bullets will eventually kill him anyway.
Yeah, will bring him down. I think the scenario was, I mean, if you'd have gone second, then I would have pressed forward and I wouldn't. The only thing I'd have really had in range would have been the Dreadnought, and the suppressors would have chinked in. Yeah. And then there was a chance for you to actually get some first turn charges off if you'd have gone second. Yeah. But I don't think that's Abaddon's way, and I don't know if that would have changed the outcome. I'm not sure.
He still lives by the Sons of Horus-esque spear tip attack.
Yeah.
Strike hard, go for the heart, and win quick.
Well, that's what the Sons of Horus, the Lunar Wolves, were famous for. They were famous for the drop pod assault, the spear. Yeah. They say the only just war was a quick war.
A quick war.
And the only quick wars are absolutely brutal and violent against the Parliament or the Demo or whatever.
In the bigger games, like 2,000 points, that's when I have things like the Dreadclaw drop pods in. Yeah. I can have 2 units of Havocs just drop in right in front of you. Yeah. Just put the best part of 100 rounds into you. And then deep striking Terminators everywhere. So it becomes even more thematic. Yeah. Because it's all just attacking from the sky.
Excellent. Yeah, I love the Lunar War. I'm not a fan of the Sons of Horus. Love the Lunar
I
Wars.
don't know. There are some Sons of Horus characters that are great. Abaddon's always been my favourite.
Yeah.
Even since 5th edition, he's just been great. And the Horus Heresy books have just painted. He started off as not a great guy, but as it's gone on, he's become this incredibly just and moral character who just wants to have great fights. If you read Saturnine, all he wants to do is have a great fight with other Imperial heroes, and he wants to die that just death kind of thing.
Well,
yeah.
There's the whole chaos thing in the 41st millennium.
But in the Black Legion books, he denies chaos. He doesn't.
He does.
He works with chaos,
but
he doesn't give himself to chaos.
Yeah, it takes a truly great... He's been whispered at by the forces of chaos, offering him the most powerful gifts, which he knows they can deliver on.
Yeah.
If just one chaos god whispers into a mortal man's ear, I will give you this and all the gold and all the money and all the riches, everyone breaks.
Yeah.
To one god, he's been saying no to all 4 gods.
Yeah, he doesn't want to become
10,000 years. He's saying, no, you can fight with me, but I will not fight for you.
Yeah, he doesn't want to become his father.
He doesn't want to become Horus. It is a great story that ADB's done in the Talon of Horus and the Black Legion books. If you guys haven't read them out there, pick up Black Legion or Talon of Horus. They are very, very epic books. Do put a lot of meat on the bones to the Abaddon story. Yeah. And this guy's in it as well.
So Iskandar, Kaon, the Thousand Sun Sorcerer, he's the main character within the books.
Yeah.
It's all about him. He's been caught by the Inquisition, and he's telling the story of the incarnation and the start of the Black Legion.
Yeah, it's great books. Okay, with that, we will wrap it up there. This battle mat and Serene, that's how I normally end it. But all of this stuff is from foregroundpublishing.co.uk. Check them out. Check out the website and things. You can make glorious stuff like this. Factorum, remember to tell me about links and things because I'll probably forget. Factorum is a war games place as well, where Foreground are, where you can go and play and you do events and things.
And that's in Warminster, Wiltshire, UK, for people watching in England.
Are you on social media at all?
We do. So we've got a Factorum normal page where we post up all of our events, everything like that. We have a Factorum community page you can join. And then if you're local, you're coming down, you want to do a day trip or a weekend trip. So I'm coming down. I want to play a game. But no one to play with. Someone will be, I will play with you. Or even I will play with you because I'm always there. So I can come and play with you.
Unless you're here.
Yeah.
And there's 60 tables there so you can turn up with your mate and have it. And there's a shop and you can get food and things. It's a gaming club. You can come down, hang out.
And another one, if you want to play on a specific type of table, let me know. Because if you want to play on this table, because this will be here, you could play on that one. If, for instance, you want to play on an oil rig, like your modular train, just say, Joe, I want to play on an oil rig board. And I'll be cool. Here's an oil rig board.
Titan ruin boards, city boards, you've got Africa terrain, all sorts of stuff.
We've got jungles, the lot. So whatever you can dream of, I'll make it happen.
Okay, so Factorum, if you want to play on this or play with Joe and get him to make up a table for you, because they make terrain and they can set one up for you. If you'd like to support me, then please consider subscribing to deploymentzone.tv or buy some dice and things. If you are a subscriber to Deployment Zone, I love you. Thank you so much. And we hope you enjoyed that battle report. Happy wargaming.